turn this down.
this nigga that I want him to burn in a house full of his whole entire family. And I don't care. I used to really say like the meanest things, and I would not see a problem with it. Now I definitely try to watch my tongue and watch the things that I say.
Yeah, I used to always definitely think it was the nigga.
And it was like, where are you?
Hello. I'm about to. Hold on. I'm trying to stop this first.
And that was the problem, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, but I really used to feel that way. Like,
everything that goes wrong, I gotta remove it right there. Okay. Hello, my name is Darlene Antoinette, and this is just self-love updates. I'm about to eat some sushi and some hibachi, and yeah, I'm just vibing out. I'm about to put on some music. Just putting on some music. Hello, hello, as people come in. How you doing? What y'all doing tonight? It's Saturday night. What we doing? I can't see comments. So, if I think I could see comments now, but I'm trying to think what kind of music I want to put on. I want to put on like some music like this. I think these has words on them. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay. Look, this is the type of music I listen to when I'm just by myself. Excuse me. Okay, so now I don't think that's gonna work. Let me turn it down. Okay, so let's eat some hibachi. I got steakhouse hibachi. I call it steakhouse hibachi because I feel like it's a difference between the hibachi places where you can like just go pick up hibachi regularly. Hey, Lou. Hi. You said you flowing for us. Thank you. So I went to go pick me up some hibachi. And that is what that's what I'm about to eat. And then after that, I'm gonna do my nails. These are some press-on nails I did. They look good far away, but I done messed up 2 nails, so I'm gonna do those. But I also got some sushi. See how it looked. It was so packed in there. Oh my gosh, there was so many people. But I just told myself, just stay patient, you know. Yeah, my sushi looks fine. And she gave it to me. My eel sauce. If you're eating sushi, you gotta make sure. Sorry, that's a lot of noise. That bad. But if you're eating sushi, you gotta make sure that you get some eel sauce. Am I cricket? Because I feel like this thing is like low-key leaning. It's okay. Alright, so I really need to clear this space right now so I can have some room. But it's just so much stuff I want to do. I'm on TikTok. Are you on TikTok? I just recently created a TikTok. And I can't believe I'm up there. I used to watch TikToks all the time, but okay. Look, you can't even see my food. Okay. Whew. All right. Yeah. Woo! Wow, this is more food than I thought. Okay, I'm gonna try to show my food without showing my mess. Okay. I'll just do it like this. I got sushi. It's kind of all over the place right now, but and I got hibachi. So that's what I'm gonna take. Okay, you don't have to rotate. What does that mean? It says orientation is locked. Rotate back. Rotate device back. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just about to eat my food. I know that. I don't know. It says orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Excuse me. Maybe I had to take my auto rotation off. It's saying I need to have it like this. I cannot hold it up like that. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to do live another time when I can be able to get my technical difficulties, up under control. Yeah, because I need more space. I don't know what it's doing. But I hope you have a good rest of your night. And I will be up here again when I get everything together. But I did want to give an update on my self-love journey. And I want to say I'm just, just really, really focusing on the way I want to look, like how I want to physically look, as far as how I want my hair, how I want my makeup, how I want to dress, dressing comfortable for my body size for now until, or through the evolution of the changing of my body to whatever desired way that I want my body to be. So, as I continue to evolve and grow there, the clothes will change. But for now, I know I have to just enjoy what I can enjoy now. Like whatever type of style I can enjoy now. And that's what I'm focusing on. Like I'm really actually trying to focus on my dress, like the way that I dress, and my hair and my makeup, and I wear my glasses 100% of the time. So just putting on my contacts in the morning. So I feel like for me, I wouldn't say that's the beginning of my self love journey. I would just say that it's not the beginning, it's like this. I would say it's the second portion because the first portion was the renewing of the mind, like creating a different mentality. And through me changing my mentality, I can slowly see my life changing in that direction without me having to put in any work. I'm just noticing, like, oh wow, now I do this differently. Now I do that differently. Now I feel differently about this. Now I don't feel no type way about this anymore. So, through you changing the way that you think, that changes everything else, you know? That literally changes everything else. Um, that's kind of all that I've been working on so far. I call it manifestation calendar, like manifesting through the calendar. So I'll put certain things that I would like to happen in certain dates within reason for my belief. And for the most part, it happens. It doesn't always happen like on the day, maybe like a couple days late, or sometimes even a week late. But even when it doesn't come on a particular day, that's when I just let it go. Like, okay, well, it didn't come. And then usually when I let it go, that's when it comes. So I've been doing it and just really trying to stay organized. Just with my life, my personal life, my work life. Like, I don't want to just prosper in one area in my life. Like, not just my physical. Like, I'm talking physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I'm talking about my work life. I'm talking about my personal life, my relationships with people, but the relationships that I have with, my house, how I keep my house. You're using real dates. Hold on. Oh my God, hold on. Now I see all the comments. They coming up. You see your contact me. Phases, yes, me too. Hold on. It just went away. There it is. Real dates work. Yeah, real dates do work. But I feel like real dates work in reason. Like, if I put on my calendar that I'm gonna win $1 million next Friday, it is completely possible. It is completely possible. But my belief isn't strong enough for that to become a reality yet. So, you know, you're just building up to that, you know. I'm gonna have to warm this food up. You should give me a fork. I got all this stuff in here. Yeah. I don't think. You said, okay. That's what you gotta do. But it's possible, though. Okay, this is ASMR alert. Are you still doing sessions? I kind of stopped doing sessions for a little while because I just felt like I just wanted to kind of go through my own journey. Like, even though I feel like I know enough information to teach people, because I know a lot, but I'm implementing, like, everything that I'm learning, I'm implementing in my life. And I feel like I want to implement more before I feel like I can teach people, you know? So. But I know the basics, you know? I do know the basics. Oh, now my phone about to go dead. I got a charger here. It's right here. Have you tried the Mountain Dew? The watermelon Mountain Dew? It is so good. Sorry, I got sauce on my daggone arm. Yeah, this soda is amazing. And you know, your self-love journey is about just going with the flow and just doing things that you truly enjoy. You know, like I don't eat hibachi usually. Yeah, I don't eat it often. I'm trying to put in my charger, but I do it. Is that okay? I was moving last time. Okay. So I will definitely let you know because I do want to still do sessions, like, but I feel like it'll be like between 6 months to a year from now, just so I can like continue to implement in my life, and then through that, I'll just have more content to give, more information to give. That sushi is good. That's like the first thing I gotta eat. I thought I said no vegetables, but apparently I didn't. I think I probably said no mushrooms. And look at it. This is so good. I'm also learning. Hold on. Let me see. I can't see. Crabs are about. Oh, thank you. Look, I had to take that down because I don't know. I didn't know what people would think about them because they were true, and I don't know. But I'm glad you caught it before, you know, I took it in. Okay. So the sushi's done. You too. Enjoy your weekend too. I have a free weekend. My son is away. So I'm just enjoying my food and my time. Yes, yes, just do you. Like, at the end of the day, bro, nobody else's opinion matters. Like, nobody else's opinion matters. But your own. Mm. Woo! This soda is so good. Mm. Ooh, excuse me. But that is definitely what I'm working on. It's like just trying to just do me. Like, don't care what people think. Like, who cares? And I'm slowly coming into that, you know? Alright, so now you like zucchinis? Anybody like zucchinis? Onions? I got 2 ginger sauce. Actually, they gave me 3 ginger sauces and they gave me 3 white sauces. Excuse me. Okay. So, but that's pretty much it. I don't know if I'm gonna stay up here long enough to actually get my nails done, but now I'm about to eat some of my. I know it'll probably be cool if y'all can see my food, but it's all the way down here. And I'm just gonna eat just a little bit, not all of it. Just a little bit of rice, a little bit of steak, okay? A little bit of steak and a shrimp. And then we're gonna put all that together. Make a little rice, chicken, steak, shrimp bowl. You can't see it, so just picture it in your head. Alright. And so it's fried rice. And then you're gonna take some white sauce. Nice white sauce. And you're just gonna drizzle it all over the food. Alright, you're gonna close that because you just want to keep it fresh. Your white sauce, you want to keep it fresh. And then you just make sure that it gets all the way in there. You know, I'm telling you how you're supposed to have your hibachi. Alright. And then after you do that, then you take some ginger sauce. I should have showed you the before and the after. I mean, technically you have a before because I showed the full plate. But then you put some ginger on it. Like that. Here's your ginger sauce. Okay. And then you just mix it in, mix it in. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to show you my before and my after. So I'm going to show you the process and what it takes before I eat my hibachi. Okay. So I'm trying not to get every daggone thing. Goodness gracious. Okay. Hibachi. So this is the before. Okay. And this is the after. So this is what I eat. This is the before. And this is the after. And that's pretty much what I do when I eat my hibachi. How do you eat your hibachi? I use white sauce and I use ginger sauce. And I have my fried rice, my steak, and my chicken. And so then I just eat it like this. Mmm. This is so good. Mmm. I think that was a piece of chicken. Wow. Mmm. This is really good. I am not joking. I just love rice. I always love rice. Like I could literally put rice in everything. And I like steak. It's just like the texture of the rice and the texture of the chicken. This is really good. Is that like a leaf? I don't know what this music is. I know y'all probably like, how is she sitting in there and quiet this like they're just eating? I can just do it. I'm really trying to learn how to just enjoy my food, you know? Like just eat slow. Like I eat real fast. Like chew, swallow, chew, swallow. Like in 5 bites, a whole burger gone. But I'm learning how to enjoy my food. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Excuse me. That's some strong soda. I did not fart or nothing. That wasn't my thing. I did not fart. That was my dress rubbing against the chair. That don't make sense, but it really wasn't me. If y'all heard it. Alright, so I'm just gonna eat this last bite and then I'm done. I'm cool. I had sushi. I had a whole little roll of sushi, and I had that little corner proportion that y'all saw. And so that whole other side of the hibachi, I'm just gonna eat that later. Like I can't eat no more. I can't eat no more. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's good. I love rice. was me eating a noodle. Excuse me. Wow, I did all that swirling of the fork and that thing was on my fork when I put it up. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Look at it. I just dropped one. Sorry. But yeah. I could have put something on those noodles. I just ate those noodles without putting any sauce or anything on them. In this particular case, yes, the noodles did need some assistance. But I'm gonna eat a little bit more, but this is my, and now I'm making a little noodle hibachi. So I'm doing a little steak, a little chicken. I still got the shrimp over there. I haven't ate the shrimp. So, excuse me. Hello. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting here eating some hibachi. But I'm getting full. I'm probably not gonna eat all this. Look, that's what you'll probably keep hearing me say. I'm not gonna eat all this, but and then get another part. I'm not gonna eat all this, but and then get another part. Because I just ate a whole little section. And now I'm about to eat this. But I'm just gonna eat this little piece right here. And then that's it. This is good. Okay, I'm done. I'm full. That was good. I am done. I am complete. Wow. Well, I had an amazing time eating hibachi with y'all today. And, you know, I just want to say that whatever you're going through, if there's a difficult time, that it too shall pass. It will pass. You just have to focus on the good within it. There's always some good within it. You just have to change your perspective, and you'll see it. Okay? And woo! That soda is amazing. Excuse me. Look, I'm trying to burp all like proper. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. I will talk to you later. I'm sitting here looking at the time. I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes. So I'll still keep this video up here, but you know, just for something just to kind of look back on through my journey, my self-love journey. So this is the place in my journey where I'm seeing the evolution of myself. I'm seeing myself change before my eyes. And I am enjoying the change, and I'm excited to see where I'm going. I know that I'm going big places, and that is what I want to, you know, inspire people to believe, is that you can literally do whatever you want to do, you know. You just have to believe, and you have to, even if you don't even feel like it's a way that it will happen, that's not your job at that point. Like, your only job is to have the desire. You don't have to understand or know how. You will get the desire. You just have to trust and believe. If you have a faith, just trust and believe. And then through you already regularly living your life, you will get the thing that you desire every single time. Every single time. And that's in good things that you want, and that's in things that you didn't even intentionally know that you were attracting to yourself. It's everything is you focused. So focus on yourself, focus on your own happiness. Never do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. But you know, if there's something that's a little bit uncomfortable, but you feel like it's time, then of course you have your own internal guide. So your internal guide is gonna let you know exactly what you need to do at the exact moment that it needs to be done. Right now, I'm just sitting here talking to you about, different things that I've implemented in my life that's working. So, it's working for me, you know. Like you have to understand and know what works for you because, like for example, wanting to create a business and all this kind of stuff, and it's like searching different actions and different ways of how people did it to try to fit and cookie cut, how I should run my business. And I realized that those ways aren't working for me and isn't working for me. And so the only one that knows, how it's gonna work and how it's supposed to work is, the one upstairs, God. But I also call, God, or I'm spiritual, so I just say God, and you can leave your interpretation to your interpretation. I got mine. But just really, really trusting the process. Like it's all about just trusting the process. And then as you continue to trust the process, you will literally begin to see stuff come together. And when you begin to see it start coming together, it'll always make sense. But it always happens after the fact. Like in the moment, you don't really understand what's going on. But then after the fact, you're just like, oh, that's why, da, 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 da. Okay. Like you start piecing stuff together, and it's like life never becomes boring at that point because it's like things are just always just happening, and it's just like I understand it. And like the stuff that you don't understand, like you don't lose sleep over it. It's kind of like, okay, whatever, that happened. But I know through whatever that thing that happened, I know that something is good is going to happen through it. And so when you always when you always react to, your life experiences through, okay, well, through this, like anything that you say bad, anything that you consider bad happened, is you always say, through this, I know that something good is going to happen. And I've never had a bad, situation to happen for me to just simply say that, like right after something that I didn't like happened. And right after I say, well, through this, something good is going to happen, something always good happens. So it's just like, it doesn't hurt you or anything to just not say it. Even if you don't believe that to be true, just say it. Just say it and just let it go. Just whatever. Just stop stressing about it, because if you're stressing about it means, if you're stressing about anything, that means that you are too far away from the solution. You are too far away from the solution. And when you're too far away from the solution mentally, why are you stressing yourself about it? You can't get there because you're stressed about it, because you're frustrated about it. So you have to let it go. Like, okay, whatever. Honestly, I don't know the answer right now. And I can't get the answer like this. So whatever. It'll just come to me. Like, it'll just come to me at the right time. It will just come to me what I need to do or what I need to know or whatever. You know? And so when you do that, the answer comes. It may be an hour later, a minute later, a day later, a week later, a month later. Like, it'll come when it's time for you to know what it was. And so that's how I look at life. I look at life more now of experiences than taking everything personally. I learned that you really cannot take things personally. You can't take people personally. You can't take situations personally. Because when you take them personally and you get your feelings involved, now you're reacting to this experience that you're having. You're reacting to it. And what you don't understand is your reaction is creating more of that to happen. You're like setting up more for that to happen in your life, like in future situations. That's why, if you think about like a serial dater, like a person that's always dating a whole bunch of people, you can find so many similarities in the type of guys that you date, over and over again, whether it's their names are the same or similar, or they do things similar, they look similar. That's just what you're attracting. You can always change what you're attracting. You just, and then, but even with changing what you're attracting, it just evolves into something better. Like, so it's like through the evolution of you asking for a desire, through what you have now, you just see it to get better. You see it getting better. And that's like the evolution of it becoming what you desire it to be. That's how it makes sense in my brain. Hopefully, this stuff makes sense to y'all, because right now I'm dropping jewels and I'm just talking. All right? So, catch the jewels as they come. So, I'm trying to think. I will let this run for an hour. So I'll just talk for an hour. Everything that I'm gonna say is not gonna be in any type of order. I'm just gonna kind of start from what I can think of as what I would consider the basis, and then I'm just gonna keep going. So, um, I am on my own self-love journey, which means that I am putting my happiness and myself first. And through me putting myself first and up leveling myself and just allowing, um, and when I get opportunities and success and stuff like that, I am put into position to help other people, through, my desires, the things that I want, the things that I enjoy. And so I teach this, or I talk about this in this way, because I feel like that's how all people should think. I feel like we put what we feel like other people want us to do, we put that ahead of any and everything always. And it's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna wear my hair like this because I don't want nobody to say this or say that. I'm gonna wear this because I don't want nobody to say this or say that. And it's like, okay, we have to kind of live in our truth a little bit more. And so I'm not really like um a person that's just like over the edge type of person. So even the stuff that I want to do is not like far fetched, or it's never like, oh no, you can't do that. I'm pretty like a normal person, I just want to do regular things. But I'm learning that everything starts with your mind. Everything starts with how you mentally think about things, and how you think about things create your experience on life. Literally, like, I'm not talking in like a metaphorical sense. I'm saying literally. The way you mentally think about your life is how you get is how your life pretty much plays out. And you wouldn't really understand it until you become more aware of the things that you think about and the things that you say and what's going on in your life. You may look at them as just the way things are, but what you fail to realize is it's not the way things are. Those are the way those things are that way because that's the way that you believe. And so if you knew that all you had to do was just change your belief, and that experience that you claim is just the way it is, it will change. Like, you'll begin to see changes in it. And initially, the change in that experience, it'll throw you off. Like, why all of a sudden this, and that? And it's just like, no, you set forth in a different intention about this experience that you're having. And now it's changing. So appreciate the change when it comes, as it comes, moment by moment when you feel it coming. Okay, so say for example, you desire to be in a relationship. You desire to be in a relationship and you're not dating anybody. So I'm not gonna tell you, okay, well you need to do this, this, and this and that. You need to get on this particular website. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to dress this way. You need to speak this way. No, that's not gonna work because that's just a way that has worked for a lot of different people, which is great, but always works for abundance of people. So you have to find the way that works for you. Some people aren't social media daters. Some people are more like, in person daters. Just like whatever type of dating style works for you, that's what you can go with. But you don't want to focus on dating at all. Like, I'm gonna show you how to get your desires without you even have to put effort into your desires, right? So, um, the first thing that you need to know is you need to know what you want. What you want, write it down on a piece of paper, journal it out. What do you want? Do you want a relationship? What do you see for the relationship? How would you be? How would they be? How would they look? Everything. Like, right? Everything. Anything that you can think of that makes you feel good at the moment about your future relationship, write it down. Okay, write it down, write it down, write it down. After you write it down, you just let it go. You just literally let it go. I don't have anything else to give you. But I can give you tips and tools of what you do throughout your life experience where it will help you to become more aware that the thing that you want is near and it's coming. So most people call those like signs, synchronicities, and things like that. So for example, so you say, okay, you want to be in a relationship. You journaled down, you wrote a list of like what type of guy you want, what type of relationship you would like to have, all this kind of stuff. So now you've let it go, you put it away, you're trusting the process, and you know at the right time you will get that, but you will be in that particular relationship, okay? So through your life, you begin to notice that guys look at you more. Just that simple, that subtle change in your life experience. You now the guys were probably always looking at you, but you never was aware of it. So now that you put out this desire that you want this particular thing, now you are more aware that guys are staring at you more. Okay, that's a sign. We're progressing right now. Okay, so then you begin to notice that. Guys are talking to you more. Whether it's a guy trying to talk to you on a flirty level or just on a regular level, you're just noticing that you are attracting more experiences with different guys. That is a step into the next direction. The next thing that may happen, guys may flirt with you more. You may get more guys in your DMs. Like, guys will just be coming in at different directions. And so that is your time. So now guys are coming in for you. Guys are coming in for you. And so now it's your time to choose. And when you choose, you just go with the flow of what feels right. So what feels right within you. So if you want to text this person, okay, text this person. If you want to call this person, or they call you and you could pick up, you could talk to kind of whoever, just kind of go with the flow with no intentions with anybody. With no intentions with anybody. You know that you want to be in a relationship. That's it. That's all you know is that you want to be in a relationship. Just keep that. The relationship will come to you. So, through you talking to different guys, just going with the flow, like, you talk to these people, whatever. It doesn't have to be a multitude of guys. It can be just one guy that just came in that kind of consistently, that have just consistently kept your attention. But at the same time, you can't really, unless if you intuitively feel like he is the one. If you don't feel that, then it can grow into that or it's just not. But the key of it is the experience. The experience of the feeling of getting closer to something that you desire, which is a relationship. If you always go with the feeling flow of what feels right, what feels good for you, it will effortlessly carry you to the thing that you want. And then next thing you know, at the right particular time, with the right particular person, you will feel it and they will feel it. He will ask you to be in a relationship. Or things will just be pointing into that direction of relationship. Just don't be pressful about it. You just allow it. It is your desire. It will be yours. Just allow it. That's it. Period. Okay? So that's one way of how I look at it when you want to get a relationship. In regards to money, I'm just gonna do basic stuff. So I have about 15 more minutes if I say I'm gonna stay out here for an hour. So we'll see what happens. Cause y'all got me talking now, and this is gonna go on my page. So that's how you get into a relationship. Okay, it's just all about allowing, allow, going with the good feeling flow that feels good for you. It's just more so just like, okay, I know that these things, it's kind of like ask, believe, receive. You ask for this particular thing, you will receive it. So you have to believe it. Just believe it, meaning just literally move on with your life as if you never asked. It's kind of like you already got it. So I'm not pressed about it. Like, I know it's going to come, and it's going to come when it's the perfect time to come into my life. Now, I'm just going to live my life until it happens. And like, usually it'll happen and then it'll fly by and then time will pass and you be like, oh yeah, I did ask for that. You know, like by the time you receive the thing, you would have kind of already moved on to the next thing. So that's why when you write a journal entry about being in a relationship, it's kind of like, okay, move on. Like, okay, what's next? Because if you're stuck in the I still want a relationship, where is he? Is that him? Is that him? Like when you're still in that, you're you're still in the creation, like I don't want to say creation process. You're still in the trying to make it happen stage. And your desires enough. So you have to get out of that. It's time to move on, right? So you know the desire is a relationship. Okay, so now what? Okay, I go to work or I work on my own business. I work on myself. I find out what I enjoy, what I love, how I want my hair, if I want to make, if or if not, I want to wear makeup, how I want my nails, how I want my clothes to look on me, how I want to take pictures, what social media website works for me. That is what you do in between time. In between time, in between time. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but yes, that is how that shit works. That's how that fucking shit works. I know I cussed, yes, sorry. Okay. Um, but that's how it works. Through your life experience, you will get the thing that you desire. Hello. So that's how you get a relationship. Now, if you want to get money, let me tell you how to get money. I've been doing this thing where I calendar manifest. So it's another way of just letting go. Just letting go, letting go, let it go. Let go and let God, you know? So I have this thing where I would like to make a certain amount of money every single week or every month. And I don't put no physical effort into it at all. I just live my life. And through me living my life, the money will come. Through whatever avenue, at whatever time, it will come. So, um, I've had, okay, so I can speak about maybe like one of my experiences. This is, okay, so I'm just gonna kind of talk vague, but I'm gonna talk about an actual personal experience of mine. So, I have two different bills due in April. I have two different bills due in April. And these two bills, I didn't want the money to come from the money that I'm already currently getting. I wanted to get additional money to handle these particular bills, right? So I wrote down, well, I figured out how much they were and what day I wanted to have the money. What day I wanted to have the money, or what day I wanted to pay for it, or whatever. So I put the amount of how much I wanted in each of the calendar spots. I have my journal, and so then I write down the amount. I said, I don't know. I have no mental way of knowing where I'm gonna get this money from. I just know that when I get the money, I know that it will be because of me setting forth this intention right here and right now. So I move on with my day. Like I said, wrote it in my calendar, went on throughout my day. Da, 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 da. I go out, I come back home. I come back home, I go into the mailbox. I go into the mailbox, come upstairs. I lay the mail on the counter. I'm doing other stuff. I'm eating, I'm, drinking something to drink. I'm cleaning up. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then something's like, okay, go ahead and go through the mail. I go through the mail, and it was a letter in the mail pretty much granting me, rewarding me um, the exact amount for each of the things, and they will come at the exact same times for those particular weeks. So, and how I found that out was on the letter that I had of when I would receive the money. And so think about this. I was going through the mail. I opened up the mail, and it said that I was getting some money. So I was like, oh wow, great. I already knew that, okay, I'm manifesting money. So I'm just like, wow, this is a part of the me manifesting money. So I'm just like, okay, well, let me write in my calendar when I will receive this money. So I go into my calendar and I put it at the exact dates. And as I was putting it on the exact dates, I realized that it was on the exact same 2 dates that I put in my calendar of when I wanted to receive X amount of dollars for those 2 bills. So that is a example of like manifestation, money manifestation. So I spoke about, so it's about literally ask, believe, receive. You ask for a particular thing by speaking it, praying about it, writing it out, just putting it out there. That's the ask portion of it. Believe that it's gonna happen. Believe means move on with your life. Don't be pressed about it. Just allow. Be in a place of allowing. How do you be in a place of allowing? You have to be in a good emotional place at practically all the time. And I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, like I can't possibly always be in a good emotional place all the time. And that's not really the goal, but one of the goals in our lives is to feel good about life, enjoy life, being happy. So we have to learn how through our life experience to just become unconditionally happy. Not really necessarily happy, but at least peaceful. Peaceful is a big one. I heard B. Simone say that. She was just like, we just want to have internal peace because being annoyed, being irritated, getting angry, feeling sad a lot, those type of things is you're not in a peaceful place about whatever you're thinking about that's taking you there. So you have to find a peace in it. And so the peace becomes relaxation, comfortability, love, joy, excitement, like when things that create those type of emotions for you puts you in a good emotional place. When you are in a good emotional place, that's when things start happening for you. That's how you get ready for the things that you want. You get ready for the things that you want by literally keeping yourself in a good emotional flow. Like literally caring about how you feel on a day-to-day basis. If you know that picking up that phone call with that particular person is going to take you somewhere else and you don't know how to control yourself at this time, you might not need to pick up that, phone call. Now, say if it's a phone call that you have to answer, you pre-pave that conversation before it even happens. You take a deep breath. Okay, I have to pick up this phone call. Right now, I declare that this will be a good experience with this particular person. Amen. Like, that's it. And then you just have the conversation, you go with the flow of it, and you allow. And then before you know it, the conversation is over. And it wasn't even as bad as you probably had thought it would be. Or all of a sudden just became better than what it's been, other times. So you have to think, like, don't put no blame, on nobody, on how they're treating you. Just always think of everything as you focus and a moment for you to choose how you want to react towards that thing. So if a person is rude to you, you will not be rude back to that person. Why? Because that is the energy that you're putting out. So if you're getting aggression towards you, and then you give aggression back, then guess what? You're going to have more and more experiences in your life where you're going to be using aggression. And you're going to be sitting there like, why in the world do I keep going through this? Like, why is people always trying me and all that kind of stuff? It's like, because you keep reacting. Stop reacting and they will go away. That's what they say about haters, right? Like, don't respond to them. Don't give them what they want. It's the same thing. So that's just explaining energy, about the whole haters thing. Don't respond to the haters because that's what they want. You're explaining energy. So that means that if they're giving out what you consider negative energy and you give that back, then you're going to continue to like push the pedal on that particular thing. And when you learn to think about life in that way, nothing bothers you anymore because you understand what you're looking at. This is just an experience that is allowing me to choose because I don't like to be angry. I don't like to be upset. I don't like to be annoyed. So I don't want to continue to have experiences like this. I'm having an experience like this right here and right now, and I choose peace in this experience. I choose peace, and so when you choose peace, not saying that that experience is not going to happen again, it should become lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter until eventually you don't have those experiences anymore. Okay? So I spoke about relationships. I spoke about money. What's another thing? I think I want to do three. The third one was just body. So this is what I'm learning about body. Okay, I'm still going through the body journey of self love and in a spiritual way. Um, I know that you used your internal guide to know um how you should move throughout your life and what you should do about any particular situation. You should go with your internal gut feeling, your heart, your internal guide. Everybody has one. You just have to tune into it. Some people have turned themselves off where they don't really feel it. And not even that they don't feel it, but they're not really as aware of it anymore. But when you begin to go with that guide, then everything is just always perfect. You just have to listen to it. You have to go with that feeling of it. It will never steer you wrong. So, when it comes to your body, um, it is about the way that you think about your body. But not only how you think about your body, but how you're speaking about just body in general. You have to think that everything is always you focused. So with everything always being you focused, if you're talking negatively about somebody else's body, then that is negatively affecting your vibration about your own body. So that's why you don't criticize other people's body. You don't call people ugly. It's not because it's just a good thing to do. It's because it's affecting your life. Like, you have to think about things like that. And when you begin to learn life in this way, then you don't argue your limitations anymore because you understand that your belief is everything in all things, right? So I learned that the way that you think about your body, the way that you think about body in general, whatever you're putting out, and keeping yourself in a good emotional flow will allow you to manifest any type of body that you desire. But you have to get out of the place of when is it going to happen. I feel like through my self-love journey, my own spiritual journey, I'm realizing that the more I let go of when, where, how, why, what, da da da, when I just stepped back from it and said, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. Because I don't know how, I don't know when. I just know that I have a desire of how I want my body to look, or what type of money I want, or what type of man I want in my life, or what type of friends I want to have in my life, what type of life I want in general as a whole. And I know that as long as I care about how I feel how I feel on a day-to-day basis, going with the flow, focusing on my actual life experience, and understanding how to put things into perspective that serves you, as long as you're always consistently on a flow and a path of that, that's going to effortlessly take you to the man, take you to the money, take you to the body, take you to everything that you want every single time. Every single time. And yes, you're going to have bumps, through the road. But in those moments of awareness, of you feeling like that you're unbalanced in those times, that is time for you to say, okay, I know what I want out of this situation more than anything. Like before before you even can feel yourself about to get ready to argue or go back and forth with a person, you arguing with them is causing more situations to set up for you for more arguments. So I choose not to argue anymore. I choose not to be pressful anymore. I become a person that I'm not pressed about relationships. I'm not pressed about guys, if they call me, if they don't call me. I just look at them as experiences. I know what my true desire is, and I know that I will have my true desire at the perfect time. And so when I get sporadic communication from guys, I just look at it as, oh, how nice. A little small glimpse of a small portion of what I'm possibly going to have, what I am going to have in the future. So, I mean, that's just what it's all about. It's about literally having a desire about a particular thing. Write it down, talk it out, pray it out, journal it out, write a list. It does not matter. I've known times where I've literally just wrote one sentence type stuff, and it's happened. Or I've known time where I've just thought about stuff and it just happened. So, you just have to like understand how you think about stuff. And when you understand how you think about it and you change your perspective or keep the perspective the same, as long as it's in a way that benefits you. And trust me, through you benefiting yourself, you caring about yourself, that makes everybody else's day okay. Because think about it. If you're the person that's coming in always with the attitude every single day, you always irritated and all that kind of stuff, you're not only having a ruined quote unquote day, but you're ruining everybody else's day with your complaining. So if you keep yourself in a good emotional place, that's your responsibility. That's nobody else's responsibility. If somebody comes to you sideways, that has nothing to do with you. That's whatever that person got going on, and you connected with it. However, the reason why you connected with it is so irrelevant. And trying to figure it out of why am I continuing to get these experiences is so irrelevant. Like, I don't care about why. I do care about the solution. I know that I am getting these particular type of experiences for whatever reason, but I desire to have more interactions with people when they're nicer. Like, through a person being angry or aggravated, towards you, what do you know more now about that? You know that you like when people are being nice to you. So those are really, really simple things. And you would be surprised in how these little tiny, tiny, small, simple things that you're implementing into your life will literally carry you all the way to your desire. Like, it's really that simple, y'all. Like, I know it sounds too simple, but try it. Try it for 30 days and see how many amazing things has happened between that first day and that 30th day. And you tell me how that's not true. You can't really prove me. It's not even about proving anything, but it's just more so like, what I'm asking you to do is to be happy. And why are you arguing about being happy? And nobody's arguing, but when people just have difficulties understanding what, and that's the thing, like, the stuff that I know right now and understand about life is through at least a year plus of my own spiritual journey. So it's just like me not just pulling stuff from my butt, but it's like things that I have learned from reading books, from getting intuitive nudges, from reading different things through my life experiences, through things that I've implemented. Like, this stuff is not a joke of like what I'm saying. Like, when I say a joke, it should be fun, but it's real. Like, when I say it's not a joke, I'm saying it's real. It's not fake. It's so real. You just have to get to a place where you become more aware of your life experience and connect it to your belief systems and the way that you're thinking about life, and also how you feel throughout your day to day. If you say by the end of the day, how would you explain your day? And you're like, it was terrible like always. Then you're not in a good emotional space for you to be manifesting your desires, because if you are frustrated, angry, upset all the time, and you know that your desires of money, of the type of man you want, the type of businesses you want, the type of body you want, if you know this is over here in happiness, this is over here in happiness, happiness in the land. It don't matter. It's happiness when you're thinking about it, and even you could think of a million other things that you could be doing with your life that will still put you at a good, happy place. So the key is to just put yourself in a good emotional place, because in any good emotional place, you will be over here with all this nice fun stuff that you want. Now, if you have a day over here full of frustration, anger, upset, and you're agitated, all this kind of stuff, you're too far away from these amazing things over here. You're over here, all the way over here, and you're just like, what in the world is going on? Like, why isn't nothing ever going right? Because you're over here and you need to get over here. You don't have to get over here by just thinking about the money, the man, the body. No, you get there with anything that makes you happy. So you're saying like, so my way of being successful, so my way of getting the man I want, the money I want, the body that I want, I just have to be happy just because. I have to be happy by, petting my dog, or rubbing my cat, or taking bubble baths, or me, when I take a picture and I know I look good, and posting that picture and, showing everybody that I look good. Like, you're telling me that's the way to my desires? And I'm saying yes, that is. Living your life, doing the things that you actually want, the things that you enjoy. One of the issues that you would probably have is maybe you're working a job that you don't like. I've been in situations where I've worked jobs that I didn't like. Okay, so what did you do about it? Well, I set forth in a desire. I set forth a desire that I wanted a different job. And so initially I'm just like, okay, I just want another job. Da, 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 da. I kept getting all these rejections. So then I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna start over. And that's something that I've also worked on within myself, is I always felt the need to have to start over instead of starting where I am. But I did a scenario where I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna create another Indeed account, and I'm just gonna make everything perfect, and we're just gonna go about it a different way. And so I just applied to places. Like, I just kept applying. I don't even care what I'm applying to. I'm just submitting that resume everywhere. And so then I remember being at a job that I didn't like. And I remember on my lunch break, I was like, God, I just want to have a job that's in my city, has good hours, makes good money, an office job preferably. Like, I was just saying a whole lot of the different desires that I wanted in a particular job. I lied to you not. After I said that, I went back into work, just went on about my day. That's why I said you just gotta go with the flow. Just keep going throughout your day. I got outside of my job after I got off work. I got an email that it was a job. It wasn't a job offer, but it was a company being interested in me. I do not know why, but I knew intuitively that that was a job that I was going to receive. And that's why I say you have to go with your intuitive guide. I can't tell you what it is. You can't, like, only you know. Only you know. Only you know. Only you know. So you just have to, like, just trust and just go with your gut feeling. Like, if something feels like that's it, then 9 times out of 10, that's it. Have you ever noticed when I was in grade school, we would do like multiple choice testing, and they say, well, if you don't know the answer, if all else fails, just guess. Well, they say don't guess, but just put what you think it is. Like, that's what they was trying to say. Like, if you don't know the answer, just put what you think it is. And so then you get into second guessing yourself, and then you end up putting the wrong answer, and then you be like, dang, what the answer was B, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like I thought about B, like B was my first thing I had in my head, but I psyched myself out, and I put C, whatever. And that's just how life is. You just have to go with the gut feeling. You just have to go with the flow. But you just have to understand your own guidance system, your own flow of like, you are the only person that knows what feels right and what doesn't feel right to you. And that guide is going to be different for each person. But you have to understand yourself. You just have to understand yourself. Like, that's really what it is. That's really what it boils down to. Just understanding yourself. And I feel like I'm understanding myself more than anything. I am understanding myself to a T. I'm breaking down a whole lot of ways that I've had about myself. I feel like one of the things that I dealt with a lot was just not feeling okay to just be myself. Because I feel like since the beginning, I've always had like a different mentality. Like, ever since I was younger, I always thought like, I know this isn't just life. Like, just going to school in this classroom, like, I just knew school wasn't it for me. I just knew that there was something bigger and better for me. Like, I knew it was going to be huge. And I don't think other people was on that type of level of thinking, like, at their age with me. I knew they probably were, but I wasn't in contact with those type of people at my age. And it just seemed like I focused so much on the future. Like, I was a future girl, like, future. Like, I would always focus on, when I get here, when I get there, when I go to college, because I was just waiting for that freedom to just be able to be free and just do whatever I wanted to do. And so when I got that freedom, it seems like all the belief systems that was accumulated throughout my entire childhood just came flushing in to my adult experience. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe life is this way. They were right, And it's just like, and then you get to a place where you just like, bro, life cannot be like this. Like, guys really can't be like this. Like, making money can't really be this hard. Like, it can't really be like this. Like, my health doesn't have to suffer. Like, you just start thinking about this. Like, life can't just be this quote unquote terrible. Like, there has to be an answer to this. And then when I went into that answer mode, that's when the beginning of my journey started with Dr. Sabi. I started there, and I just really, really was hardcore into like vegan and plant-based and all this kind of stuff. And I just began to notice that there was just no consistency, because everybody has their own different views about what's right and what's not right, and it just became too much, and I just didn't understand it. And so then it just was like, okay, well, now I'm gonna be vegan. Okay, well, now I'm gonna do this. Okay. And it was just like I was kind of forcing myself into something that didn't feel all the way okay with me. And so I went into like different phases, and I went through Black Power and all that kind of stuff. And I stumbled upon The Secret by Rhonda Burns. And that, that, that book changed my whole entire life. And I feel like I created a philosophy, not a philosophy, but a mentality for myself that works for me and that I understand, and it helps me to like understand life so much more, so much better about like why things are the way they are and how to just make peace with stuff. Like, it helped me in so many ways. And so through that journey, I began to go into other self-help stuff. So, you know, Earl Nightingale, Louise Hay, um, Esther Abraham and Jerry Hicks, teachings, Napoleon Hill, all those type of books. I just went down that rabbit hole of like self-help and stuff like that. And I felt like I got good Les Brown. And I felt like I got a lot of good information from these people, but I just felt like it was just like when I read The Secret, if The Secret made me feel and believe and knew that any and all things are possible. So it's like when you listening, so it's just like that message sounds great. And I want to find other people that have that same messaging. But it seemed like it was always some sort of contradiction from that type of messaging in other teachers, because that, a motivational speaker will say, oh, you can have whatever you want, but it's gonna be hard. And it's just like you ruin the whole vision of it because it's not supposed to be hard. So because that's what The Secret was on a whole other wave of that. Like it's like no, it shouldn't be hard. If it's hard, you're pushing too. You're too ahead of yourself. Like so I was like, well, I need other teachers that's like The Secret that gives that same consistent flow of messaging. I couldn't find that consistent flow because it seemed like anybody that was talking manifestation, anybody that was talking spirituality, they always had some contradiction in there because they're really speaking to you about the teachings that they have learned, but also adding their beliefs on top of it. And it just didn't connect. If you're gonna tell somebody that they can have, do, or be anything they want, you can't contradict it and say, but it's gonna come with a price, or but it's gonna be extremely hard, but you just gotta push through no matter what. Like you mess up the whole entire experience of the desire when you put all of that negative energy on top of it, because it's like even if what you would consider a negative experience to be, by the time that happens, you're not looking at it as a negative experience. You're looking at your perspective has changed about everything about life in general. So when that has happened, when that experience, which what you would probably think, in the past that would have been a negative experience, but at the level that you are, it's kind of like, huh, that makes sense. I feel like these teachers help me to understand how to be more patient. Like I'm such a patient person. I don't like to use the word patient a lot because a patient sounds like wait. And you really don't have to wait. It's all about going with the flow. And when you go with the flow doesn't feel like time. So patience, waiting, time, that kind of goes together, but there's no time. If you just go with the flow, that emotional, intuitive, good flow, if you literally follow that flow, it will take you there within seconds, within minutes, within days, within weeks. It's just you just have to catch up with it. Like they say that your desires are everything is energy, all is energy. So your desires are spinning at a very fast rate, and if you are in a negative place, you're spinning at a slower rate. So you have to pick up your momentum of your energy in order for you to be at a place where you can even become aware of your desires. You know, the desires are already there, but you can't be aware of them because you're not in a place of seeing them. Like you can't see them. Like you don't see the beauty in anything when you're upset or when you're angry. And that doesn't mean that being upset, angry, or feeling negative emotions are bad things. They are indicators of you to choose. Shall I look at this experience as something that I desire and I like for this situation to be that way? Or either I'm gonna just kind of take it as it is, or I'm gonna tell it the way I want it to go. It's only two options. Either I'm gonna tell it the way that I want it to go, or I like it the way it is. So that doesn't mean that you try to put your hands into it to try to change it. It's you set forth that intention and that desire inside of your mind, and the way will be made. So it's like, okay, well, I desire to have better relationship with a particular person. Now, say if the relationship that you have with that particular person, it could be a friend, it could be a loved one, anybody. say if that particular situation, usually 9 times out of 10 is bad, but you want it to be better. Okay, well, say you say that desire on Sunday. By that following Sunday, the relationship was the same, but through that 1 week y'all did have one moment where y'all laughed uncontrollably, and it was so amazing, and it was just like, wow, like I wish we could be like this all the time. And then when you have that moment, that's a key indicator. It's just like, wow, the fact that we had this moment means that I'm getting to a place of where I want to be with this particular person. And so you just have to go with the flow of those feelings. Go with the flow and allow those experiences to come. Allow those experiences to come. And so when you think about life that way, you don't feel like you're putting in any effort anymore. You just feel like I'm just going where the spirit guides me, where the spirit takes me, where God takes me, where the universe is taking me. It's just like I'm going with the flow. Like I know what my desires are. I know that I will receive my desires. So I'm just gonna live my life, and when it comes, it comes. Great. Like, for instance, sorry. But I got stories all day. If you're finding this helpful, I know I don't have a lot of people on this live. Excuse me. But I will post this on my YouTube channel. So, so look, another nail done came off. Look, I'm supposed to be sitting up here doing my nails. I did. Look, it's literally in my hair. But, okay, so, like, for example, this particular situation, just depending on where I was, I would probably, some people would probably get irritated about that, but I didn't. But I do have some glue. I could technically glue this one back on, but it's time for me to take these off because it's time for me to make another set. So I think I might go ahead and pull these off. Yes, they are press-on nails. So anyway, we're a little off, but yeah, that's literally how life works. And I'm at a place of enjoyment to know that I've gotten to this place of enlightenment to even understand that this is the way life is. It's just like, it just makes you just so much more chill, like chill. And it's just like, I used to be so pressed, like I used to be so pressed in like relationships and be with me. Like, why? Like, I want to be in a freaking relationship. Like, I'm a relationship type of girl, like I like relationships. But it was just like, the more pressed I was about relationships, they just fleed away from me. Like, nobody wanted to be in a relationship. I always got experiences with guys where they were just like, I'm not really looking for that. And then I was just like, I didn't understand, like, why do I keep getting these experiences? And then you begin to blame it on physical things. And physical has nothing to do with it. It is a vibration. I say this because you can always see an example of, if it was physical, right? If it was physical, then you have plenty of experiences where you see a girl that you would consider not so attractive, and there was a guy that is you would consider attractive, and you will be like, wow, how did she get him? You're looking at a physical thing, but she attracted that man because she knows her worth. She knows who she is. She's okay with herself. She loves herself. She knows her belief in what she could be able to do. She wants and what she deserves in regards to relationship or whatever is going right in her life. So if you're looking at her and you're just like, wow, she got that type of man, and then she looks like that, it's just like, okay, well, I know what I can do. But it has nothing to do with how you look physically. It's about your vibration. It's about, who do I want in my life? And then you say, okay, this is the type of guy that I want in my life. I'm going to place that to the side. That no longer matters anymore because I know that he's coming. Now I'm going to work on enjoying my life. And so me enjoying my life, I decorate my house the way that I want to decorate my house, eat the foods that I enjoy eating, drink the drinks that I enjoy drinking, Decorate my. I already said decorate, but go places that I desire to go. Do things that I enjoy. Sing, dance, laugh. Go to the gym. Go swimming. Read a book. Maybe get on my favorite social media site. Take pictures. Go. Buy some new clothes. I don't know. That's what you do. And so you're literally just going throughout your life, enjoying your life, doing the things that make you feel good. And through that, boom, a man comes into your life. And you're just like, had probably at that time, you're just like, not even expecting him. Because that's how it's going to come. It's going to come unexpected. Okay? So that's just pretty much how everything works. That's how life works. And I know the principles are true because I've witnessed it. And not only have I witnessed it in my own life, but I'm I like when other people speak about their life experiences, I see how life works and I understand like through them even telling a story, I can understand why what has happened, like what has happened in their life, why. Like, you can kind of get that sense of like, okay, well, I know why, because of their demeanor or how they are as a person. But people can also pick that stuff out, with me as well. So I think I have enough, content for y'all here. I have talked over an hour. I pretty much gave y'all the gist of just the mentality that I have picked up and that I have been understanding, learning, and researching over the past year, and how I'm implementing these new beliefs so that it can benefit my life. And I wanted to tell people because I wanted it to benefit their life as well. Like, I don't want people to look at me and think like, wow, she's such a self-centered person. Like, no, I'm telling you to go after what you like. Oh, no. You know? Like, go after what you want. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, have you ever really thought that to yourself? Like, what do I want? Like, sometimes we spend too much time just thinking about what other people want. I'm tired of it. I want to do what I want to do. Like, I feel like I'm getting back to myself. Or, like I say, you feel like you're coming back to a comfortable place. Like, you kind of begin to feel like a kid again because you're understanding the true meaning of life. And through me going through my own journey, I can see that everything is kind of just evolving back to a young mentality of myself, of like the beliefs that I used to believe that got cut down because of, other people putting their beliefs, and me picking those beliefs up. And, for instance, when I was younger, people would be like, oh my gosh, you're too nice and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, okay. So people are telling me that I'm too nice. So now I need to be mean, but I never understood how to be mean, not saying that I can't be a mean person, but saying that usually 9 times out of 10, of course I'm being a nice person. I don't see anything wrong with being a nice person, and just a lot of different beliefs that I was taught growing up that's being unlearned, and that's okay. It's literally okay. It's all a part of the process, and it should be a enjoyable ride for you, and it can become a enjoyable ride for you. You just have to just become more aware of what's going on in your life. Like, once you get if you get yourself wrapped up into your life and like understanding your life and understanding the different experiences that come in your life, you don't have no time to be up in somebody else's business or thinking about, other stuff. It's just like you just get so wrapped up in yourself. Like, I feel like I've learned how to literally um I feel like I've literally learned how to enjoy my own company. I don't think I've ever learned how to enjoy my own company because I always was just thinking about like um my next relationship. Like even when I was not even able to be in a relationship and I was in high school, middle school, I was just thinking about relationship. And oh my god, I can't wait to be in my first relationship. And I just lost sight of myself and I lost sight of my own true happiness of what I wanted, like me being in a relationship or that part of me would just be a part of me, but I'm still me. So I know that there's so much more that I want to do. And I put all of that stuff on the back burner because I'm just like, okay, when I get into my relationship, then we can just do it together and it'll be bigger and better, And it's just like, okay, yes, that is true. But you don't want to have to wait on that. Like, just go ahead and start that now. And he's going to meet you halfway. Like, he's going to meet you where he is and where you is. And then, yeah, you're going to build. But I'm just happy that I'm at a place where I'm not pressed anymore. And I'm at a place where I really want to enjoy. I really, really want to enjoy dating. I feel like I never enjoyed dating because I spent all of my dating time looking for, is he the one? And okay, he kind of looks like the one, so I'm just gonna put all my focus and my energy on that particular guy, and then it just, whatever. Through my beliefs, that always fails. But it's me working on my beliefs so I can have a different experience with those guys or with different guys or whatever. But I'm just focusing on me. Like, and it's really, really a fun, a happy feeling. Very, very happy. Like, you have to get to that place where if you don't ever get into a relationship, you're okay with that. That's when it comes in, And I feel like I'm at that place where I'm just like, I'm straight, like, look, I'll say I'm straight. Because, and I've learned that when when it is the right time for someone to come over or you meet to see somebody, it will be at the perfect time. And I noticed that, when guys would contact me, I would just prepare myself right quick. Like, okay, let me get my house straight right quick. Let me get myself straight right quick. Da, da, da. And I'm always rushing to try to be right for them when they come. And it's just like, no, baby girl, you are a queen. You are a queen, honey. First of all, for now on, if they contact you and you're not prepared, they don't come over because you weren't prepared, my queen. So it's like, you know what? Can you come over? No. That just depends on how bad I want them to come over or whatever. But for the most part, it's just like, if I'm not prepared for you to come over, you're not coming over. No. No, 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 And so, you just have to understand your worth, know your worth, and know that, hey, like, I deserve something. Like, for example, when it comes to guys and it came to, like, money. And my belief or the understanding of guys more so than anything were just kind of like broke guys and all this kind of stuff. So I developed this mentality that guys were didn't have a lot of money, oh, like I have to help them out. Oh my goodness, like they need help. So not saying that I would give them things, but say if I was seeing a guy and he said, okay, well, I'm on the way. Do you want anything? I would be like, no. No, I know you can't afford it. Sorry, I just want to keep the little money that you have in your pocket. That was like my mentality. Like, I was just thinking like, shit, you ain't hardly got a lot. So, no, I ain't gonna ask for nothing. But it's just like, do you really want something? I mean, this man just asked you, did you want something? And I mean, if he's not being serious about it, then first of all, why would he ask? So he should have something because he's asking. If not, then we're about to find out. And then yes, ask for something. Ask for something, because don't ask if they are offering. Accept if you like the guy. If you don't like the guy, then don't do it. But yeah. Now, if somebody is voluntarily giving you a gift, then of course take the gift. If it's voluntary, and just let them know it's nothing more than this. If you're gonna give me this, it's strictly, we're just friends. Like, it's nothing, no connections in between me, you, and this gift. So that's just kind of what I done came to the conclusion about a whole lot of stuff about life, and I just wanted to get up here, just kind of just talk some stuff with you. Talk some stuff with you. And I gave y'all a lot. Like, I mean, it's not really too much more that I could really say in regards to my mentality. I literally laid it out for y'all in this video. You can go back, watch it over and over again, get some tips, write them down, implement them. It works. I gave you real life experiences, real life experiences that actually happened to me. I know I had a couple of videos where when I was talking about different experiences that I have had, but if you're interested in more, just let me know. But I'll definitely have content out as I feel so. And when they say you want to create a brand or something like that, I've been doing my own research, and they say, the biggest thing is consistency. But I know that I'm really kind of not a person that does well with, like, consistent schedules. I mean, I do good with schedules if mandatory. But with my business, it's just like that place that I want to be more free about, and I just kind of just want it to grow. So I feel like I have this self-love brand, because I mean, one thing that I'm gonna be more than anything, or what I'm evolving into, is just coming back to me, just doing myself, like just doing me, loving me, through me loving me. And don't get it twisted. When I say loving me, doesn't mean that I'm selfish and I'm only just doing things for myself. I have a son, I have family, I have friends, and I do things for them, So I'm not a selfish person, and I still do things for other people, but I do it from a cheerful heart, a cheerful heart. And that's where you're supposed to give from, a cheerful heart. If you're ever doing anything because you feel like something that you have to do, you're not doing it from a good place, It goes back to Christianity when it comes to giving tithes. Don't give the tithe if you feel like you're just giving it because you feel like that's the right thing to do. You give it because you want to give to the church. You want to see the contribution of the growth of this place where you feel like you're getting spiritual growth. And, that's just a Christian word right there. Do I consider myself a Christian? I don't know. I don't really want to subscribe to any type of religion. I am a spiritual person. I believe in a higher power. And I call that higher power God. But my interpretation of God may be different from other people. Different beliefs and stuff in Christianity I do agree with. Like the ask, believe, receive. He will give you your heart's desires. Like all you have to do is ask, and those type of things. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Like your words are so powerful. I see that every day. And when you begin to understand and know your own power, you speak differently because you understand the type of power that you have when you speak, especially when you speak things and then it happens. And then you're just like, whoa. You just start just becoming more cautious about like how you speak. But then you have to feel like, okay, I'm not just going to feel like I have to monitor what I say and what I think all day. It's kind of like just kind of let stuff go and flow. Just let stuff go and flow. Just let stuff go and flow. That's it. You know, I'm allowing my office to come together. It is a little bit, you know, kind of unorganized right now, but it's coming together, and I'm allowing it to allow it to come together. As everything else, in life, you just have to allow. This should just be a message about allowing. All right, well, thank you for listening, everybody. I will be talking to you soon. We're already at 100 minutes, so yay, shout outs to me. I'm about to take off the remainder of these nails. That's what I've been sitting here doing since I've been talking to y'all. But thank you for tuning in. I will be talking to you soon. Bye.